Well, we're on the title screen now, so I guess we're starting. Hello, everyone. My name is Fabulous Fish.
And I am Psych.
And welcome to Let's Play Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. This is a game that I actually had as a kid on PC, and I never finished.
And this is a game that, up until, I think it was 4 years ago, because that's what the receipt said in the box art, I never owned, but always, like, sporadically played here and there, and it always had this mystique to me, and then I finally manned up and bought it, and one of the best purchases that I've made, honestly.
That was, like, totally me with Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, but this game always had a mystique for me because I sucked at it as a kid and couldn't beat it. I couldn't get past the first level for years.
I was always enamored by the platforming, and to this day, the platforming in it is one of my favorite platformers of all time. Honestly, one of my top 10 favorite games of all time.
Well, let's hope it holds up that well then, because this is basically a blind run for me. Alright, so I just had the game start. Now, this game includes cutscenes from the movie, which we're going to be skipping because I want to get hit by the copyright strikes, that YouTube does. So yeah, that's all you're going to see of it. It's on. That's it.
Right.
Level 1, Andy's house.
Plus the cutscenes are super choppy, and they're just like little itsy bitsy bits and pieces of the movie. And also, if you're so interested, just watch the movie.
Yeah, no, there's an entire movie you can watch. Okay, so right off the bat, why are there these like demonic flying toys that attack you on sight in Andy's house?
I guess that was... They're Sid's toys, that's what happened.
What's Sid doing here?
Are these... Yeah, no, they're not. I mean, the good toys had a relatively easy time breaking into Sid's house in the first movie, didn't they?
I guess, but didn't Sid like go away or something at the end? Or no, he just stopped hating toys, that was it.
Yeah.
So there's like this little platform bit right here in Andy's room, and like this seriously took me an hour or two to get my first time as a kid.
I love it because it's such a perfect introduction to the platforming of the whole game.
Oh yeah, no, I agree completely. Like this is like, these are the mechanics you'll be using. You climb here, and you go up here, and there's like a little like rope you can swing down or whatever. It's like, oh wait, I need that battery. Actually, I didn't need that. My health was full. So I guess batteries are health in this game.
Yes.
And then very Metroid Prime-esque, where you can go into like a first-person view to shoot things, which I only seem to recall doing right here and never again in the rest of the game.
Look at that dank old face.
Oh,
when you do first-person view.
Yeah, you can see like his reflection there. Also, the controls are inverted. I was not expecting that. Katie would love it though.
Oh, my up and down is inverted, but my left and right's fine.
Yeah, I don't like that. Left and right's fine, but up and down is inverted. It's like, why? That's so inconsistent.
I don't think it's terrible.
I mean, not that it really matters, because like most of the time you can just kind of mash shoot while running. So the way this game works, this is a 3D collectathon, kind of like Mario 64, in which you return to the levels to get different objectives within the level. Each level is divided up with 5 different missions, being 1 to collect 50 coins, 1 to beat a boss, 1 to find, I think it's 5 collectibles on a level, 1 to just kind of sitting there, and 1 for like a race/timer challenge. And if you're ever lost on what to do, you can talk to the dinosaur right here, and he'll tell you where you can find stuff.
Yep.
Or you can shoot him.
Rex, I believe his name is?
Yeah. I love his voice. He's like, hey, Buzz!
Inconceivable!
Oh, is he the same actor for that?
Yep. From The Princess Bride.
I never knew that.
Sean. Yeah.
Also, there's like, this house the hallways are so cramped, and there's like this desk that just takes up half the hallway here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fight the robot in the attic, because he gave me nightmares as a kid. Oh shit, I forgot. Hold on, I forgot to start a timer. Woo! Alright, we're back.
Alright.
So, Psych, would you like to introduce the gimmick that you've previously used on your channel you're going to bring to this Let's Play?
Why, yes, I will. So, for any co-op project that I've done in the past, which is one, I always do a questionnaire where one person asks a question, and both people give an answer to it, and then you alternate question asking. And it seemed like a rousing success with the last person that I did it with, so I figured I'd bring it into this particular project.
This robot's face, like, this thing gave me so much trauma as a kid. I hate it.
Creepy laugh.
I can hardly hear the audio right now.
Oh, well,
which is a shame, because this game's soundtrack's good.
Yes, it's fantastic.
I love I like the music that plays in the construction yard level a lot.
I love that one, and the 5th level, the alleys.
Which is the last one I ever saw as a kid. Because somehow I made it that far, and I don't know how. Oh shit.
Do you play your games with a microwave?
Right.
Alright, Do you want to start with the questions, or should I?
I'll let you do it, because it was your idea.
I had a handful that I wanted to start with. I guess what I would... Let's see.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, nope, he's blinking. He's got that Zelda beep going.
Mm-hmm. And this is one of the few games where the bosses have invincibility frames.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of how the bosses in this game kind of work, is like you just dodge them until they let you shoot them.
They are super simple and lame.
But one thing I do love about this game is when you get one of the power stars, you don't have to leave the level. You can just keep playing.
Mm-hmm. Banjo-Kazooie-esque.
I've never played Banjo-Kazooie, actually, so...
Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, they're both very good. It's like a perfect mix, because in Super Mario 64, when you collect a star, then it immediately takes you out of the level, and in Banjo-Kazooie, when you collect a Jiggy, it doesn't even ask if you want to leave the level. You have to go to the entrance of the level to leave, so this game is like a mix of that. You want to keep playing? Cool. You want to leave? Cool.
Yeah, that's what every collectathon should do. That's like probably my biggest complaint with Mario 64, is that it doesn't work like that.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, what I was thinking is, what is one of your video game regrets, or like a handful of your video game regrets in life, as in games that you spent too much money on, or games that you sold, or games that you didn't buy, just like a handful of some video game regrets that you've had.
Okay, well, for games I didn't buy, I regretted not getting an NES Classic when those first came out, because they became like impossible to find later.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't really think I have anywhere like I regret buying them, because it's like, you know, when I buy them, it's because I wanted to play it at the time, you know what I mean? And so like even if I end up not liking it, well, so at least I know now I didn't like it. Whereas if I didn't buy it, it's like I would never know that. So
that's true.
But as for games I regret putting a lot of time into, Xenoblade X, I put like 30-ish hours into that game before I realized it wasn't going to get any better. Because, I mean, as you know, I'm a big fan of the first Xenoblade, and it had two follow-ups, and they were both pretty terrible, I thought. With Xenoblade X just being very mediocre and very drawn out. It wasn't, like, awful. Like, I thought the story had a lot of potential. The thing was, it felt like the first third of a story stretched out across the whole game. Right. And then two just botched the combat and made it super slow-paced, and that just took a lot of the fun out of it, and then the story into it was just terrible. So...
I'll take your word for it. I honestly have not played any of them, and the only content that I've seen is the stuff that you and Katie have done.
Yeah, I am interested in playing the earlier Xeno games, because the Xenoblade we're playing is actually the 5th game in the Xeno series, just the first one that was on a Nintendo console, so...
Right.
Because they actually started as a spin-off of Final Fantasy back in the PS1, so... Oh, I don't want to talk to you, stupid dinosaur. What would your answer be to that question?
Well, I know you'll get a chuckle out of this, but PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Oh, I like that game.
I do too, except for the little minions, those little like chibi, pudgy things that appear at the bottom of the screen. For some reason, I went through this phase where if I was gonna buy a game, I was gonna buy every little piece of DLC that came with it. So I bought all the minions. And
hold on just 1 second here. I have this car who's challenging me to a race. Like, can you talk about his ego for a second? He has wheels. Of course he's faster than me.
One would think.
He just wants to put me... No, he just wants to put me down. He goes faster than you, just he's an idiot who messes up all the time. But anyway, continue your story.
I was just going to say, I bought all those minions. I can't remember how much the total came to, but it was a complete and utter waste of money because I did not use any of them. I didn't even use the ones that were already in the game, let alone the ones that I bought. So I kind of wish I hadn't done that.
I remember for a while I really wanted to 100% that game, but then it came down to like you had to grind with every character up to level like 999 or something in order to get like all their stupid like victory poses or whatever it was. It was just like all minor things that didn't mean anything.
Was it 999 or I remember 300 being a big number for all of them.
It was higher than I felt like grinding with the characters for a game that had really bad gameplay.
Yes. Then aside from that, kind of regret, kind of don't, just because I'm a huge fan of the series, but Dead Space 2, I bought the collector's edition, which came with the Zealot suit and the matching skin for one of the guns.
Yeah.
And that was like, because you had to buy it new, because it was only available in the collector's edition, so it was like $85 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I would be more upset about it, except that it's one of my favorite series of all time, and Dead Space 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, so I forgive it. I forgive myself.
I would be interested in trying it, because I've heard you say it was better than the first one. I wasn't too crazy at the first one.
That's why I recommended the second one, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people did too.
I only owned the first one, though. And, like, I could see what they were trying to go for in the first one. It just felt like a little lacking in creativity, I thought, at times.
True. Especially making the protagonist silent.
Oh, yeah, that was really... Like, I don't like the trend for every game to use a silent protagonist. Like, it works with Zelda, but, like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of other games that don't need to do that.
Right.
Like Bioshock. I enjoyed the first Bioshock, but, like, I didn't think the character needed to be silent except for, like, the one line he had in the opening scene or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I thought, oh, shit. Why does Buzz fall? I didn't want him to let go of that.
I adore his falling noise.
Whoa!
Whoa! And then when you hit something, it's just pure silence.
Did they actually get Tim Allen to play him in this game?
I think so.
Oh, that's awesome.
The only person who voiced one of the characters in the movies that did not come back was Tom Hanks, because it's actually his brother Jim that does the voice of Woody in this game.
Huh. That's interesting.
Which is a common thing that happens. Like, Tom Hanks obviously does the voice for Woody in the main movies, like the big, high-budget productions, and then he just kind of sends off all the little stuff to his brother, be like, here you go, bro.
Here, you can take the movies I don't want.
Yeah. Now you have something to talk about at Thanksgiving dinner.
I just don't know where I'm going. I was kind of jumping around the garage. Oh, there's a sheep up there. Okay, I was wondering if there's going to be a point to this or not.
Yes, there is, which is one of my favorite aspects of this game. There is a lot of little branching paths, but almost all of them are not a waste of time in terms of you're not just going to end up with, like, an extra life or 20 coins or something like that. They often lead to things you need, whether it be the hidden
Holy shit, what happened to my laser?
Oh, the green one?
Yeah, okay, that gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, super laser.
No, that's something I definitely do like about this game, is it has all these little, just out there platforming segments on their own. I feel like this is what Mario Sunshine was trying to do with its secret levels, but just done in a way that feels less tacked on.
Yeah, I don't know. All I can say about Sunshine is that it's a good game.
I think it's a very creative game that's very poorly made.
I'm just saying in general, if you take all the good and you take all the bad, put it together, I still think it comes out over, like 55-45, whatever you want to, 51-49. Whatever the case, it still comes in. It still comes in over 50%, and that's all it takes.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, I would never say Sunshine's a bad game. It's just I consider it like 7 out of 10. And just like as far as first-party Nintendo games go, I feel like it's a bit of a disappointment in terms of its build quality.
Well, especially compared to, it was because I would put it over like Super Mario Bros. 1, 3, and World, but that's just because I did not have as much of a connection with those ones when I was growing up.
I'm not a huge fan of 1 or 3. I like World a lot, though.
World looks fantastic, which is one of those random games that I've played a lot of but never owned.
If you ever do get the chance, I would definitely recommend it, because like it's very non-linear as far as side-scrolling games go. It's not to the same extent as like Yoshi's Island, but there's a lot of like branching paths and like make your own way through the levels and stuff.
Well, yeah, the 96 exits and whatnot. Again, a game that I've only played probably 3 hours total, I could probably start and finish the whole game, all 96 exits in one shot, just because I've seen it done so many times by YouTubers that I'm subscribed to.
I think this is the first time I've ever gotten 50 coins in this game to get a token. It's like, I've never done this as a kid. As a kid, I think the only tokens I could get were the ones from the boss fights, because I couldn't find anything else.
Which is strange, because when I was a kid, I could never get the token from the tin robot.
Huh. I remember, my mind was blown when I saw the string hanging down from the attic. I'm like, oh, I want to go up there. And I went up there, it's just like, oh shit, I don't want to go up here. It's terrifying.
I think that's the other reason why I really love this game, is because when I was a kid, obviously I would keep myself preoccupied with the world around me as being like, a level in a platforming game, and I would use my hand as the character. Like, kind of like Glover.
Yeah. So Mr. Potato Head here is supposed to give you like a shield that lets you get through the slime if you find his ear, but like you can just tank this. You don't need that at all.
True. And also that's how you can tell which version of this game somebody's playing, depending on the noise that Buzz makes when he jumps into the sludge.
Huh.
If it's the PlayStation version, then he'll go, ow! And if it's the Nintendo 64 version, then he goes, bleh.
Bleh. What is he doing the PC version?
I have no idea.
I feel like he also goes ow for that, because that's kind of what I vaguely remember as a kid.
I believe it. Also, he's got a pretty funny death animation. Or, like, death sound.
I don't remember what that would be.
I'm sure you'll find out. Not to, like, just blatantly question your skills, but especially for the final boss, it's kind of difficult to do one shot without dying, but...
No, I know what you mean. It's like, there are some games that just like, you dying is just part of how you learn the game.
Yep.
It's like, I don't inherently hate that. What I hate is when you die constantly just becomes trial and error, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the game I played recently? I feel like I just did something recently on the channel that was kind of like that. I don't remember what it was now, though. Okay, where the hell do I go in the basement? Because, like...
I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace.
I just did this the other day. How do I not remember where to go? How do I get to the token in the basement?
Oof. It is up on the shelf. Let's see. There's two ways to go.
I'm like by the boxes to platform, but like I don't remember how to actually get across. Because I can't jump high enough to get onto the box. Oh wait, I see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's I went to where the sheep was and didn't realize there was another way I could have gone.
Oh yeah. Again, branching paths.
Yeah. I totally. Oh, gee, thanks. That was a great enemy placement. He just hit me as soon as I got up there.
Damn bouncy boys. All they do is just bounce.
One thing I actually really like about this game is you don't need to be facing where you want to jump to get off the hanging strings in this game.
Yes.
Like that's such a nice convenient touch. I wish more games did that.
The jumping physics in this game are very good. Honestly, something comparable to Sly Cooper, just the maneuverability in the air with the double jump.
I mean, I wouldn't say this feels anywhere near as smooth as Sly Cooper, but...
I didn't say smooth, I said intuitive, and your ability to kind of change direction in mid-air, as well as the smoothness of the double jump. Sometimes it just feels like you can just get some super height with it on the double jump when your wings go flap.
I remember trying to figure out how to fly as a kid, because even though I saw the movie, for some reason I thought you could fly in this game. Even though, you know, you're a toy.
It's not flying, it's falling with style.
I think it's because, like, he has lasers in this game, which the toy never had, so... I just, like, assumed, oh yeah, you gotta be able to fly somehow, right? I think that's everything I do in the basement.
There's a token and a sheep.
Yeah, there's no fall damage in this game, right?
Nope.
Good. Because I fall like, a lot.
And also, slight spoiler alert, there's no drowning physics either.
I have a question. Why is there just slime in the basement?
Is that your question for the questionnaire, or is that just a random?
That's just a question I have about this game. I don't think that would offer much for the questionnaire, but...
I was actually thinking about that the other day. I figured when the... I can't remember their last name. You know, Andy's people. Andy's parents. Whatever their...
Mr. and Mrs. Andy.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Andy's parents. I think when they bought the house, like, there was sludge on the floor, so I bet they got, like, a discount rate, and I think that's the reason for that pallet on the floor.
Oh. It reminds me of the, like, the poop on the floor in Luigi's Mansion's basement.
Delectable. Also,
just, like,
I literally
poop?
I just learned in the middle of us doing this that you can go into first-person mode and jump.
What?
Yeah, do it.
I feel like I actually knew that as a kid, because, like, that looks familiar.
This is so stupid.
I don't know what the purpose of that would be, but...
I don't know. Mac Daddy make you jump.
They're trying to rival Metroid Prime. That's what they're doing. Alright, so I think it's my turn for a question for the questionnaire. So real quick,
yes.
Viewers, you're allowed to answer these questions however you want. Feel free to respond in the comments.
As well as ask in the comments any questions you would like us to ask, and we will answer them if we get to them.
You make that promise, but these aren't going to go up for like a month or two.
That is true. I was thinking that literally in the middle of that sentence, and I was like, well, I'm already this far in, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound.
So viewers, if you have anything you want us to answer, feel free to ask. There's a good chance we won't be able to answer it because these are being recorded in advance.
At the very least, we'll answer it in the comments.
I might save it in case we do like a future collab, or if we do like a like a giant Q&A session like I did with Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because that looked bouncy.
The
scale in the kitchen. It doesn't look bouncy at all. Oh,
Thank goodness for those little green arrows that tell you what you can and cannot bounce on.
I know. Alright, I think I just finished the first level. So I guess my question will come in the next episode.
Alrighty.
We can do just one question per episode.
Okay.
Let's do it like that because we got off topic. You found my sheep, Buzz. Thanks. Here's your How come she doesn't have an actor, but the dinosaur did?
I cannot remember who voices her.
Do you want to keep playing? No, we got everything level. I'm done. Exit.
To infinity and beyond.
Oh, and he has his head on the ceiling. Oh, he just flew there. He flew. He can totally fly.
Well, I don't know. The camera, I think at the very end of that scene, you can see him slightly fall.
Hmm.
You know, it's like the people that were editing this were like, yeah, we're going to show him. It's like he's going to fly off. And then they cut it just like a second too late to kind of, you know, take away from the movie magic.
Am I going to regret not buying the shield?
Buying it? Probably
Or
not.
like getting it from the pig or whatever?
The pig?
the piggy
No,
bag.
No, you will
forgot
not.
his name.
I promise. The other ones are, I believe they're all mandatory for 100%, but the shield, not so much.
Okay. This is a no shield run.
Okay.
Save your game? Yes, I'll do a dinosaur. Thank you for asking.
Is he holding one of them ghetto PS1
Yeah,
memory
he
cards?
is.
God bless.
Oh, this is one of those cool games lets you see everything else you have in your memory card, so you can see all the games I played on my my PS3. Powerpuff Girls, Chemical Extraction, My Disney Kitchen, and Ticker's Honey Hunt.
Mmm. Classics.
I don't know, My Disney Kitchen's pretty great.
I'll take your word for it. Again, I'm not a huge fan of Disney, especially from that era, which is strange because my profile.
That game has
picture
nothing to
has
do with Disney, it's just you fuck around in a kitchen and there's no rules. You can just like throw food on the floor, it's so good.
That sounds wasteful.
I love it. We'll see you all in the next episode.
See ya.